Hey guys, this is Chris here again with another Wild Eye releasing review for you all. This time coming at you is Queen Crab. Now, I'm just going to read the back here of the synopsis here. It says, a meteor crashes into a quiet lake in the remote countryside and awakens centuries-old beast, who tears through a nearby town and its inhabitants, who must fight for their lives and stop this queen crab before she can hatch an army of babies. Made utilizing classic stop-motion animation and traditional graphics, Queen Crab harkens back to the glory days of sci-fi and fantasy and the work of master monster creator Ray Harryhausen. This movie definitely felt like it was made for Sci-Fi Channel. It was done by the Polonia brothers, and they're notorious for doing really low budget, cheap, bad movies. Now, this movie wasn't terrible. It definitely felt like it should have just been on the Sci-Fi Channel. The crab itself was a mixture of CGI and stop motion animation. Anytime that that somebody was like when it was a baby when they were carrying the crab and stuff, it was obviously CG. But whenever the crab moved, when it was a giant crab and everything, it was stop motion and it looked fine for stop motion. But then again, I'm not too much into stop motion. I would rather just see a practical effect than anything. No CG. Not really into stop motion, but it's better than CG. But I'd rather have had practical effects. If it was a practical effect, it would have been a lot of fun, even funnier than what it was now. The only thing this movie had going for it or the only thing bad about the movie that was kind of working a negative against it was the fact that the movie was very, very simple. There was really no drawn out story to it. It just seemed like a hash of every single sci-fi type movie like this that has to deal with like giant monsters. It's all the same story. This one was a little bit slow at times, and the acting wasn't all that good. And you don't really expect great acting when it comes to these low-budget, made-for-TV, sci-fi type movies, but I expected it to be a little bit better. At least I wanted to be a little bit better in this one. But the DVD comes with a commentary with director Brett Piper and Mark Polonia, a blooper reel, which I like bloopers when it usually comes to TV shows and stuff. When it comes to like low budget horror movies, I don't find the bloopers or anything often too funny. But I mean, it does come on there if you do like those type of things. Behind the scene featurettes, sneak peeks, and trailers. So I guess sneak peeks and trailers are the exact same thing, but they're still both listed on there. So would I advise you checking out Queen Crab? Kind of. Like if you like low budget movies, if you like giant monster movies, I would say yes, check them out. One thing about this though is the main girl. There's some really funny moments because she when she starts out the video, she's a really young girl, and she feeds the baby crab these grapes or some type of fruit or whatever that her father is making. And her father is kind of experimenting with science and trying to make food like bigger for people in the future. And of course she feeds it the grapes, food, fruit, whatever, and obviously it starts to grow bigger and bigger. But when it then cuts to like years later after high school and all this stuff, and she now is living with the crab by herself, and the crab is enormous, living in the nearby pond. And from then it just starts killing people, and she doesn't know why. And everybody's trying to get the crab to stop the crab from killing people, and wants to blow up the crab. There's a really funny scene where the sheriff just gets on the phone and calls like the National Guard, and it was just like, "Hey, this is the town sheriff from this one small town, and we have a giant crab problem. Can you send somebody?" And they're like, "Yeah, sure. We're gonna send a plane to go blow up the pond. So we'll be there in an hour." So without any like clarification on anything, they just sent these planes to go blow up a pond. And when the planes arrive, they are stop motion as well. But the funny thing is when they shoot their bomb cannons or whatever, the bombs hit the lake, and it does the same effect as if you would to throw a little small firecracker into it. It kind of made me laugh. It was pretty funny because it would not have killed this thing at all, and it's really ridiculous at how bad the bombs would have been. So kind of check this out if you're interested in these type of movies. It isn't too bad, and it's not the greatest either, but still pretty fun at moments. And if you like stop motion, then definitely check it out because it's got a lot of stop motion animation in it. So thanks guys for watching this review, and I'll see you next time.